In one of the beautiful villages located on the banks of the Safin River, there was a young man named Mahmud. Mahmud was a young man full of ambition and vitality, but his biggest problem was the inability to manage his time properly. Mahmud always postponed tasks, believing that he had enough time to achieve everything later one day while he was wandering in. In the village, Mahmud met an old man called Sheikh Ibrahim. Sheikh Ibrahim was known for his wisdom and profound insight into life. Mahmud decided to ask the Sheikh's advice about his problem with wasting time. Mahmud sat with Sheikh Ibrahim under an old tree and began to recount his problem, saying, "Sheikh Ibrahim, I feel like I'm always wasting my time. I always have a lot of dreams, but I cannot organize my time and I cannot get rid of the habit of procrastination." Sheikh Ibrahim smiled and said, "Mahmud, I will tell you a story about a man who suffered from the same problem." Sheikh Ibrahim began to tell a story about a man named Hassan. Hassan lived in a large city and had many ambitions, but he constantly postponed everything. He was always saying to himself, "I will do it tomorrow," but tomorrow never came. One day Hassan decided to visit the wise man of the city, the sage Joseph, to ask for advice. The sage Joseph received him and asked him about his problem. Hassan explained his problem and said, "Oh wise man, I feel like I'm wasting my time. I have a lot of things that I need to do. I want to achieve it, but I cannot organize my time." The wise man, Yusuf, smiled and said, "I will give you a task to carry out. I want you to fill this jar with a small fort from the nearby river, but you must do that before sunset." Hassan went to the river and began collecting pebbles. He saw many beautiful things around him, such as trees, plants, and birds. He stopped to watch it, which led to a lot of time. As the sun approached, Hassan discovered that he had only filled the jar with a few pebbles. Hassan returned to Hakim Yusuf at the end of the day and said to him, "O Hakim, I was not able to fill the jar. I was wasting time looking at the things around me." Hakim Yusuf looked at him. To Hassan, he said, "O Hassan, this is what you do in your life. Wasting time on unimportant things makes you lose focus on your real goals. If you want to succeed, you must learn how to focus on what is necessary and manage your time wisely." Hassan learned an important lesson from the wise Yusuf and began to organize his time. He better defined his priorities and focused on achieving his goals and stopped postponing things. After Sheikh Ibrahim finished the story, he looked at Mahmud and said, "Mahmud, time is the most precious thing we have. If you want to achieve your dreams, you must learn how to manage your time wisely and focus on the important things. Stop procrastinating. So, start now in achieving your goals." Mahmud understood Sheikh Ibrahim's message and decided to change his way of thinking. He began organizing his time and making clear plans to achieve his goals. Over time, Mahmud succeeded in achieving many of his ambitions and became a role model in his village. At the end of the story, the message was clear: time waits for no one. If we do not learn how to manage it wisely, we will lose valuable opportunities in our lives. We must stop wasting time and focus on achieving our goals to achieve success and happiness in our lives. You won't hate yourself anymore.